Hello guys, welcome to another section of learning with Prepclass. I am Tutor Chima, a biology tutor. Now looking at the screen, we are going to be seeing Waec Biology 2019, all questions solved. Now that tells you that we are going to be solving past questions on biology for the year 2019. If you've not seen our previous videos, I would advise you to go back through our YouTube channel so that you can view them, because we've solved past questions on this section from the year 2019 years. We've solved questions number 1 to 45. So today I'm going to be rounding up this section by solving questions 46 to 50. So before we proceed, students, do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, click on the notification bell so that you will be the first person to be notified whenever we post educational content like this. Do not forget to drop a section on our comment section box. A comment can be a question, maybe in any area that you find ambiguous as a result of explaining the lesson. Just feel free to drop a question, one or two questions on any area you need more words clarification. Do not forget to share these videos, because some people who will also be interested in watching this content, maybe your friends or your family, or just try as much as possible to share the video so that you reach more views as what's possible. So without wasting your time, I'm going to go straight to the words business of today, which is to solve questions 46 to 50 of biology Waec 2019. Question 46 says, in a complete dominance monohybrid cross, between a pure breeding yellow flower plant Y and a pure breeding white flower plant small letter y, the result of the first filial generation is. Now when you hear the word monohybrid cross, it simply means a kind of crossing or mating whereby you are considering only one kind of character. Maybe you are considering only height, maybe you are considering only color. Do you understand? Then when you hear pure breed, it simply means this one have an exact copy of the gene for yellow and doesn't have the gene for white color. That's the meaning of that pure breed. Do you understand? It doesn't have any gene for white. It is pure breed. That means that's gene for only yellow color, while this other one has genes for only white color. So let us see. Now I said that monohybrid cross is a type of crossing that involves consideration of only one type of character. I think I've said that before. Example, height or color. Such crosses usually involve complete dominance, whereby one of the character will completely overshadow the other one. The character that is overshadowing the other one is the word dominant gene or the dominant character. The other character that is being overshadowed is called the recessive gene or the recessive character. So in crossing, when we talk about height, the gene for tallness is usually dominant over the gene for shortness. Now, but because we are not talking about height here, we are talking about color. So the gene for yellow is always dominant over the gene for white. Take note of that. The gene for yellow is dominant over the gene for white in flowers. Also, the gene for red in flower is always dominant over the gene for white. So if you cross a red flower and a yellow flower, don't expect to see a pink flower. Or if you cross a yellow flower and if you cross a red flower, if you cross a red flower and a white flower, don't expect to see a pink flower. Do you understand me? Or if you cross a yellow flower and a white flower, don't expect to see a light yellow colored flower. No. Because since the gene of red is dominant over the gene of white, if you cross the red flower with the white flower, you may get all red flower. You only have one type of color. That's what we mean by complete dominance. Do you understand? Complete dominance. So complete dominance simply means that the dominant gene will completely dominate the recessive one. So if you cross yellow flower and white flower. You mix them together, yellow and white. Are you following? And yellow is dominant over white. You should expect to see only the yellow flower. So we call that complete dominance. So such contrasting or such hybrid cross usually results in what? Complete dominance. So I said that. So since yellow is the dominant gene, its allelic pair is represented as Y. Now there's what we call alleles. Alleles simply means alternating form of a particular gene. Do you understand? Now a gene a gene, let's say for color, usually comes in two forms. 1, 2, 1, 2. These two forms are called what? Alleles. These two forms, one like this and one like this, is called allele. So what do I mean now? Let's take a case of a tall man. A tall man that doesn't have any short gene, or that doesn't have any gene for shortness in his blood, we have capital letter T and capital letter T. These two capital letter T's are genes for tallness. Now, a man may be tall but have a gene for shortness in him. Now that man will have capital letter T and small letter t. Capital letter T is the allelic form for tallness. Small letter t is the allelic form for shortness. Do you understand that? So now, since this yellow and white are pure breeds, their allelic form will be yellow, yellow, and white, white. That means this yellow flower has no gene for white, and this white flower has no gene for yellowness. Do you understand? So when you now cross them, yellow, yellow, white, white, so crossing their alleles. So this first one will cross with this second one. I have capital M, one yellow, one white. This one will cross with this one. I have yellow allele, white allele. This one will cross with this one. I have yellow, white. This one will cross with this one. I have yellow, white. Now, you are going to be getting yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow, white. But what we show physically is yellow. So the flowers in the first filial generation will all be yellow in color. They cannot be yellow white. They cannot be light yellow. They cannot be maybe dark white. They only have one type of color. That is the dominant color will completely dominate them. So they will be physically yellow in color, but they will have the gene for whiteness in them. That's the meaning of this Y, capital letter Y, small letter y. Since yellow is dominant over white color, they will be physically yellow, but they will have gene for what? White color in them. I believe you understand. So now, one more thing that you must note is that this capital letter Y and capital letter Y that have the same allelic form, we call them homozygous pair. Homozygous pair. So we usually call them homozygous gene for yellow. So they are homozygous because they have the same type of allelic form. This one too are homozygous. They have the same type of allelic form, white, white. This one is yellow. Now this capital letter Y, small letter y is called heterozygous pair because they have different form of alleles of the same trait. Yellow allele for yellow color or yellow gene and what? White gene. So we call it what? Heterozygous pair. So since all the progenies in the first filial generation are heterozygous, that is Y, Y, and the gene capital letter Y, which represents yellow, is dominant over small letter y, which is white. So all the flowers will be yellow in color. So the correct answer is all yellow flowers. So in the first filial generation, as you can see, that all the flowers will be what? Yellow in color. Okay. Question number 47. A man whose blood group is heterozygous B, I believe you understand what is heterozygous now, is married to a woman whose blood group is also heterozygous B. Which of the following statement is correct about the blood group of their 4 offsprings? Is it that 3 of them will belong to blood group B? Is it that 3 of them will belong to blood group O? Is it that none of them will belong to blood group O? Or is it that 2 of them will belong to blood group B? They also want us to use crossing to show the correct answer. Okay, so the man and the wife are heterozygous, and we are looking at only two types of blood group, which is blood group B and blood group O. And they've told us that the man is heterozygous B, the wife is heterozygous B. That means that blood group B is dominant over blood group O. Do you understand? Heterozygous B. Since they didn't say O, they use capital letter B. That means that they have a blood group for B and O. But so since they are mentioning B, that means B is dominant over O. So I said, let's assume that blood group B is dominant over blood group O, which is supposed to be, because since they say heterozygous B. Also, we will represent the dominant allele of the blood group B with letter B, and the recessive allele of blood group O with small letter b. Now, in crossing, in this gene crossing, you cannot write it as BO and BO. No, it does not make sense. You get confused. Do you understand? So you use the same kind of letter for that particular gene. Are you following? Which is that blood group, but or height or color. But the dominant pair will carry capital letter. Then the recessive one will carry what? Small letter. Do you understand? The dominant gene will carry capital letter, or the dominant allele will carry capital letter. Then the recessive allele will carry what? Small letter. So use the same alphabet so that it will not confuse you when you are crossing. Dominant, capital letter, recessive, small letter. So that was why I made it that way. So since B is dominant over O, B will stay B, capital letter. O, respect yourself, go with one small letter B. So the heterozygous blood group B will become B and B. But if it's I didn't say homozygous, it will be capital letter B, capital letter B. Do you understand? That is the same type of allele. But it's heterozygous, so one will be capital letter B, the other one will be small letter B. So we are going to be crossing capital letter B, small letter B, and capital letter B, small letter B, because both the man and the woman are both heterozygous B. So when you cross that, this B and this capital letter B will come here, you have BB, this B and this small letter B will come together, you have capital letter B, small letter B. This small letter B and this capital letter B will come together, you have capital letter B, small letter B. Small letter B and the other small letter B will fuse, you have small letter B, small letter B. So you can see here that we have one homozygous blood group B, two heterozygous blood group B, and one homozygous blood group O. Do you understand? From the cross above, we see that we have one homozygous blood group B, which is BB, two heterozygous blood group B, which is this and this, and one homozygous blood group O, which is BB. So three of their children will be blood group B, while one will be blood group O. So 1, 2, 3 will be blood group B, but this one will be O. But the point is that these two children that are blood group B have the gene for blood group O. So in the next, when they marry, one of their children might become that blood group O. Do you understand? Or more of their children might become blood group O. So it is now 3, blood group B to O is 3:1. So 3 of their children belong to blood group O, and one will become blood. 3 of their children belong to blood group B. 3 of their children belong to blood group B, while one will be blood group O, because the ratio is 3:1. So 3 children, blood group B, 1 blood group O. So your best answer is A. 48. The cross between RRTT and RRTT, where R is a gene for color and T is the gene for tallness, will result in these people wants to kill us with crossing today. Okay, no problem. See that all offspring being tall with red fruits, 25% tall with red fruits, 50% tall with red fruits. There's a typo here. Okay, let's continue. 75% tall with red fruits. How do we do this now? Okay, I said here that we have the following allelic pairs. Red. Okay, now in this kind of cross, you see that this is a dihybrid cross. It involves 2 types of character. We are looking at color and height. I said I know that this is a dihybrid cross since 2 characters are considered as color and height. So we are considering color and height. The colors are red and white, and the height is tall and short. So they are telling us to find a cross between red and the cross between red and tall but have gene for shortness and white in it with white and short. Okay, I say here we have the following allelic pairs: red and tall. So here we have red and tall, red and tall, red and tall. So we have red and tall. We bring it out because you know in homozygous crossing is two alphabets. Maybe if you store capital that is small letter T, so we'll just take split it so by one, but this one now we'll be using two to cross instead of one letter. We're using two letters. So here we have the following allelic pair. We have red and tall. So since capital letter R is for red, capital letter T is for tall. So red and tall. We have red and short. That's capital letter R, small letter T. We have white and tall, small letter R, capital letter T, and here too we have white and short, which is I think here, white and short. So in this first one we have red and tall, that's capital letter R, capital letter T. We have red and short, capital letter R, small letter T. We have red and tall. We have white and tall, capital letter R, and we have white and tall, which is small letter R and capital letter T, white and tall, small letter R, capital letter T, and we have white and short, small letter R, small letter T, white and short, small letter R, small letter T. So we'll be crossing the first three with the last one, which is of course red and short. Those are the lead to white and short, white and short. So we're crossing it with white and short. Small letter R is for white and short. Okay. Let's see. So crossing we have it as follows. So red and tall, red and short, white and tall, white and short. Crossing with white and short. Since this last one only has white and short. Okay, so this will cross with this last one. I will have R, small letter, capital R, small letter R, capital T, small letter T. That's of course what this one will show physically is red and tall, because red is dominant over white. Red is for capital letter R, white is for small letter R. Don't forget, capital letter T is for tall, small letter T is for short. So physically this one will be red and tall, since red is dominant over white and tall is dominant over short. So cross this, and also this one we have R, T, T, capital R, small letter R, T, T. So here we have red and short. So crossing this and crossing this, we have small T, we have white and tall. So crossing this and crossing this, we have white and short. So from our result of crossing above, we have one tall with red fruits, which is this, one short with red fruits, which is this, one tall with white fruit, which is this, and one short with white fruit, which is this. Therefore, the number of offsprings tall with red fruits is 1 out of 4. They are asking us how many is tall with red fruits, right? I think that's the question. Gene for color, T for tallness will result in, is it all offsprings being tall with red fruits? 25% tall with red fruits. Okay, how many is tall with red fruits? So from here we see that it is 1 out of 4 that is tall with red fruits. So 1 over 4 times 100% is 25%. So 25% will be tall with what? Red fruits, which is R, which is capital R, small letter R, capital T, small letter T. So it's tall with red fruit. So it's 25%. So 25% will be tall with red fruit. So B is your best answer. Question number 49. Oh, they are finally furious with crossing. The yellow and black stripe on the body of wasp is an example of, is it mimicry, is it courtship behavior, is it camouflage, is it warning, coloration? Now look at this. I said the wasp have very painful sting. It displays its bright color, that's those ones that look yellow and white. So it displays its bright colors of yellow and black strips to always announce its presence and warn potential predators to stay away from it. So what do you think would not be the best answer? Warning, coloration, right? Because it's flashing its color. Say, I'm here, if you like, come. If you come, I'll use my sting to deal with you. So we'll call that what? Warning, coloration. So the correct answer is warning, coloration. Question number 50, and the last for today's section, and also the last for this Waec past question 2019. The biological importance of dance by the worker honeybee is that the biological importance of dance by the worker honeybee is that it acts as a signal for mating. Is it serve as a warning signal? Is it signals the availability of food? Is it serve as a means of identifying members of the caste? I think I've seen my answer. Now look here. I said that a worker bee usually announces the discovery of a new food site by doing special kind of dance. Do you understand? So the way you dance will tell you, or the way the worker bee dance is a sign of communication to other worker bees that this is where food is so, and this is how far it is from our house. They stay in the hive. So it gives them the direction and how far that source of food is, maybe flower, nectar, and pollen from their hive, depending on the kind of dance. So I said that a round dance indicates that food source is within a radius of 90 meters from the hive. This is a round dance. And the dance is this way, and okay, when it dances this way, dances round like this, it means that food is here, food is available, and this food is just 90 meters from our estate. And when it dances in a waggle dance, it goes this way, then goes this way, goes this way, then goes this way. It means that guys, food is available, but it's somehow far. It's more than 90 meters from our hive. So the correct answer is that the dance helps to signal the availability of food and where the food source is located. Alright guys, I believe you enjoyed this section of biology with Prepclass, where we looked at past questions on biology for the year 2019. Below here is a link. We advise you to copy and paste this link on your browser, which will take you straight to our WhatsApp group. When you join our WhatsApp group, you'll be getting updates and infos on the latest video we have on YouTube. So until we meet again, I still remain Tutochima. Bye and do stay safe.